Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. And I'd like to welcome you all back for a second online Indigenous cooking class. Hello, everyone. My name is Roxanne Molyneux. I am Ojibwe. I am the daughter of Tom Molyneux First Nation from Bear Island Reservation. I'm also the Indigenous Outreach Coordinator at GROW. We acknowledge that the land on which we gather is the land, tradition, and territory of the Haudenosaunee. This territory is covered by the Upper Canada Treaty and is within the land protected by the Dish with One Spoon Wampa Agreement. We are working closely with our Indigenous community to advocate a just for food system and to create a community food program that is culturally relevant, diverse, equitable, and inclusive. I'll now turn it over to Chase so we can start cooking miigwech.
Miigwech. Hello everyone, it's me, Chase Dockstader, and this is my assistant today, my cousin Arwen.
Hi. I'm human.
Today we're going to be making Three Sisters soup. And so the Three Sisters is basically squash. And then we would have some corn and some green beans and beans, kidney beans. Okay, and then the Three Sisters is basically three plants that would like grow together in a garden and help each other with their strength. So they would come together. You'd plant corn, any type of squash, and some beans into the same garden, and then they would help each other grow throughout the season. And then you'd harvest it, and then we eat the Three Sisters soup. And it's a really nice, nutritional, hearty meal for us to survive in our bodies.
Very much so.
And yeah, traditionally there would be you'd eat like pumpkin or whatever squash you had access to. So whatever was indigenous to the area that you lived in back in the ancient times and everything, you would eat whatever you have access to. But today's day and age, we have access to this right now at this very moment. So this is what we're going to be using. Okay. So to start the recipe, so the recipe I gave you guys serves 6. You can cut the recipe in half if your pot is smaller or if you're feeding less people. So if you want to serve like 3 people, just cut the whole recipe in half. So today I'm going to be doing half of the recipe, but if you're doing the serving of 6, just stick to the full recipe and I'll guide you along. So before I cook food, make food, I like to talk to Creator, and I like to just like give thanks to Mother Earth and Creator that we have this food, and I'm just really grateful that we have life to breathe and we have food to put in our bellies and survive and live life. So thank you, Creator. And I also light some sage too. And then just, set intentions of thanks. Okay.
Sacred.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes. Many thanks for all this healing, beautiful food that we are creating.
Yeah, thank you so much for this food. So I send blessings to everyone who's watching today. I'm blessing you and your food and everything you're about to eat. So let's dive into making this.
Diving.
Let's put things.
Diving.
Okay. So we're going to start off with Arwen, I'm going to get you to start cutting the squash.
Okay.
So if you were serving the 6 people, the recipe I gave you, you're going to be doing 2 cups of squash. If you're going to be serving 3 people, you do 1 cup of squash. And then show them how we're cutting the squash. So do it slowly too.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm all like, oh, I'm so quick.
Here, throw it at me. Camera at me. Here we go. So when you have the squash, we'll show us for demonstration. Just cut it in half.
Oh, okay, I understand. Wait, this one or this one?
Just cut this one off. So you have your squash
Okay.
and
So
show them how to cut it in half.
Okay, so you hold your hand above it, right?
Yeah.
Make a little incision to begin it. Place pressure and trust. And begin finding the sensitive spots that will let you in, like that. Pull it out. Continue, always making sure that your hands are on the opposite side of the incision that you made. And then continue along it, right?
Yep.
And then when you feel like you may be able to, try and break it. Looks like I can't yet. Everybody sometimes gets things a little wrong. Takes time. And then just a patience. And a gentle crack. And then we can see the insides of its lovely body that the creator has made. And we will enjoy. And we will.
So show them this.
Yeah.
So now we're scooping out
Scooping.
the seeds and stuff.
So just gently using the spoon to.
And you can actually save these seeds and bake them if you'd like.
Yeah.
They're really good and nutritious for you.
True.
Something along the line of pumpkin seeds.
Yeah, it's just like a pumpkin. Squash, all from the same family.
Yes. And just give it a quick scrape to remove all connective tissues. No need to go too hard, just quickly. Just getting it going. Don't want to shock the squash, just take it out, and there you have it. Find one more little seed. Boop. And there you have it. So now it has been removed from all seeds and is now halved, right? So we still have this other half over here, right? And they're still best friends. So what are we doing now, head chef? What's up?
Now we're going to show them how to dice it and peel the skin off and turn it into little chunks.
Okay. Please narrate me.
Okay. So right now, you cut it in half. So now we're going to slice through it. And you want to cut it into different sections, like so. So you're basically dicing it into multiple sections.
Always remembering to keep your hands on the opposite side of the knife and to use your knuckles as a guide when cutting really heavy things like this.
Yeah, safety first.
Always. Your problems.
It doesn't have to be perfect or
No.
pretty. It's just
No.
you want it. The idea here is to get chunks of squash into a soup.
Yes. See, I've made matching beautiful pieces of art out of this squash, and it's gonna go in your belly either way.
Because traditionally, if you're in the woods, you'd be in a rush to actually make your food because you'd be pretty hungry because you've probably been searching for food or
You
something.
can be breaking this open with your hands.
Yeah,
Legit.
rocks, hands, you'd be making tools for it, whatever you had access to. Now I'll show everybody how to, we're gonna show them how to peel the skin off.
Yes.
So now you're left with chunks and you have a skin on it.
Yeah.
So to cut the skin off, you wanna go with the skin
Yes.
and then basically cut very close to it.
As close as you can to make sure that you're using as much of the squash as possible.
Yeah, and if you like to have a little bit on there, that's fine. It's just try not to waste too much for yourself. But the idea is to get the squash down to its raw form without the skin on it.
Mm.
And then you can chop it into whatever desired size chunks.
Oh, that's out of the way.
You can make them small chunks or big chunks, whatever you desire. This recipe is actually very flexible, so you can do it based on your own preferences. We're going to be doing our chunks roughly around that size. And for measurement, I'm just using a measuring cup. So you can kind of put that until it reaches a cup if you're doing 3 servings. But if you're doing 6 servings, you want 2 cups of squash. And if you want to add more or less squash based on your preference, it's up to you.
That should be enough for us.
Yes.
We're going to go a little bit over a cup.
A little bit more than a cup.
Okay, this little realm right here. Realm.
How's everybody doing with separating the skin from the squash and everything? Is everybody doing good with it?
They look like they're doing well.
Wonderful.
I am watching nodding and thumbs up.
Oh, yes.
So it is a success. It is a
Oh,
success.
it
awesome.
looks like success.
It feels successful.
Feeling success.
If anybody has any questions at any time, please feel free to unmute yourself or put it into the chat so we can also attend to that question.
Yes, let us accommodate your questions. This is important to the process of learning.
In fact,
Yes, in fact.
yep. Yep.
Also, something I always learn when it comes to cooking is you clean up your environment as you move along. So once you're doing one process, you clean it up, and then we move on to the next step.
Yes.
So if you're still chopping, that's okay. I'm going to start cleaning up right now, and I'll wait for everybody to get to the next step. Like I said, you can keep your seeds and cook them, do whatever you want with them.
How do you prepare the seeds for eating later?
You can basically like take all the mushy stuff and you can wash the all the plant matter out, and you can put the seeds onto a baking tray and put it in the oven and bake it with some salt. There's you can do whatever you want with them, really. But that's what
Very similar to pumpkin seeds.
exact same. Here. How's it looking for everybody? Everybody looks about.
I feel as though people are pretty good with it.
Next step, okay.
Yeah.
For right now, so we're gonna put all our ingredients into a bowl before you go into the cooking phase. So I'm just gonna dump my squash in a bowl. If you're doing 6 servings, put 2 cups in there. Next, you can work on the potatoes. So, potatoes. Okay, so the recipe calls for 3 cups of potatoes if you're doing 6 servings. I'm going to be doing 1.5 cups, so you just split it in half. So we're going to make a 1.5 cup of potatoes. Now,
Okay,
Put
yes.
those there,
Pass
yeah.
ones. Okay.
We're going to do 1.5 cups. So a little bit of knowledge about some of this stuff. Traditionally, Like years and years ago, like a long time ago, we didn't actually have access to potatoes as far as my like knowledge goes of what I've been taught. And potatoes was actually brought here by another country. But now we like basically adopted potatoes like into our diets today's day and age. But like potatoes are good, so it's like a good filler when it comes to soups.
Quartering. You just need to quarter the potatoes.
Yeah. So I got 1 cup.
1 cup.
I'm gonna do half a cup.
Yes.
And I think that's about it for our stew.
Very good then.
Okay. So I'm doing 3 servings since there's 3 of us. And I'm doing 1.5 cups, but if you're doing the full one, you can do 3 cups. You can add more, you can add less, whatever you desire. Whatever your pot can fit. This is what we got going on.
And it's a lot.
And then
But it's
we got
amazing. Got a lot going on.
half a cup. Okay.
Shout out to the excellent camera woman.
Yeah. Oh, I've got this.
We're done with the potatoes, so I'm gonna put the potatoes away.
Peace
Yeah.
out.
Let's get into the green peas.
Do
So
potatoes
Chase-
need to be peeled?
Yep.
Yes.
Hello?
So somebody else says, Chase, that
Yep.
a history nerd says that potatoes are from the New World as far as he knows, but he thinks that they came from Central America.
Yeah, I believe yeah, they came from a couple, I think. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Ireland,
Was it
actually.
Ireland?
Yeah, Ireland.
Yeah,
And,
Ireland, and British people brought potatoes as well, I believe.
but they also originate in Mayan culture.
Yeah, I just know that I believe they weren't originally like in Canada.
South America, exactly.
South America. Okay, that makes
Exactly.
sense.
Mayan cultures.
Thank you for sharing, because it takes all of us to like, you know, gather the pieces of history.
Together.
Yo, the teacher is the student.
Always.
Always.
Okay, so now we are doing, okay, so if you're doing a serving of 6, you want 1 cup of green beans. Since I'm doing the half of it, we're gonna do half a cup of green beans.
Oh, yep. Incans, 3,000 varieties of potato were cultivated in Peru.
Okay, yes, I knew it
We
was
love
from
this.
somewhere else. Wonderful, thank you for fact checking.
Thank you. We enjoy this. Today they
Work makes the
cultivate.
dream work.
Yes. Thank you for the history.
For green peas, we just like to put these like this, and I like to just chop them up into 3.
Chopped
Like
peas.
so.
You can do it to whatever your preference is. You can just chop them up. You can leave them as whole if you like. Either way works. And then just do 1 more cup there.
I am being slowness because usually I am fastness because I'm usually
Wonderful.
working in kitchens around. But today, my biggest job is explaining, and explaining requires deliberate nature. We love explaining things properly through movement.
Chase, we've lost your video.
Oh,
What
No,
I
happened?
tried to go to the chat because I seen something.
no,
Oh, there you
can't
go.
do that.
Okay.
So somebody asked if,
our apologies.
does anybody know anything about Jerusalem artichokes and if they're indigenous?
Indigenous to Canada?
Yeah,
I would say I am unsure if artichokes have ever been indigenous to North America.
Jerusalem artichokes, actually. I don't even know what they are.
I am unsure as
I'm
well.
also unsure of that.
We are unsure.
I would like to know though. That'd be cool to know.
And knowing is half the battle.
Oh, namaste.
Okay.
I think that maybe Mr. Google knows.
Google,
Google.
Mr. Google is an
an
awareness. We love laughing.
We love Google. We love the Google information.
Okay.
They're from the American South,
Oh,
from
that makes sense.
Southwest, actually.
Wonderful.
Many beings.
We're all learning some new stuff today.
New things.
So for beans, I'm doing roughly over half a cup for the portion of 3. Just putting that in the bowl.
Oh, this is an exciting soup.
The soup is
Whoa.
actually so good.
So good,
It's
so tradish, so yummy.
Traditional and basic.
Mm.
Okay. And then I have kidney beans right here.
Kidney beans.
You can use whatever beans you have access to. Like, yeah, traditionally we may or may not have had access to kidney beans, so we would use whatever beans were growing nearby. And I think that the ones that were traditionally grown here was the green beans, green and white beans, I believe. Unless anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm still learning as well. So beans, we're going to be using a cup. If you're doing a serving of 6, you just do a cup of beans. Dropped one. If you guys are using can, just you can just strain out the beans in the can like usual. I actually had the dry beans, so I pre-cooked them yesterday and soaked them in everything, and then I left them for today to cook in the stew.
Preparation.
Preparation, yeah. Everyone probably has access to the canned beans.
Very much so.
Okay. Put the beans in there. And then next, it's if you have a can of corn, you open up the corn and strain it. Or if you have actual corn on the cob, you can just cut the corn off the cob into it. But we have a can of beans today. There we go. Okay. So in the serving of 6, you put like 2 cups of corn in there. But since I'm serving 3, half the recipe, I'm putting in 1 cup of corn.
Mm.
This part is not traditional.
No.
Corn is traditional. Like you
No.
normally just take the,
Real corn at this time of year is actually harder to get. It usually comes around harvest season, which is about a month ago it ended. So you're not going to find much real corn at this time of year.
I believe the original corn that that was indigenous here is, I believe, hominy corn. So traditionally we'd use hominy corn, if I'm saying that correctly.
And it's multicolored.
That's what naturally grows here in the wilderness.
Yes.
This corn, however, I believe has been brought over here from somewhere else, but I'm not entirely sure on the history.
Yellow
on
corn
it.
is more South American.
Yeah. But
It's maza.
that's what we have access to right now. So
Yes.
we're utilizing it.
Oh, somebody said a question and I missed it.
What's the question?
I don't know, because if I go to the chat, then it'll.
Ask
Question.
what they can
The
unmute.
question said, so first Carolyn asked, does anyone know where we can buy real corn, not sweet? And you answered that, Chase. And then she said, that's what I'm talking about, hominy. It's white and not sweet.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the corn that's indigenous to our land here.
Do you know where to purchase this?
I don't know where to purchase it. I haven't found it myself yet.
Okay. Yeah, my question was, where do we get that? Because my husband's he's native of Mexico and they don't eat sweet corn there. So I can't put it in the soup. But I was looking for hominy and I think they sell it where they sell like Latin American things. Sometimes like in bags, they're like dried or I don't know. But I haven't found it. So if anybody finds it, let me know.
We
Yeah,
will.
let me know too. I'm gonna search for it as well because I'd like access to that myself.
Yes.
I think that would be awesome because I want to actually go into getting the most traditional foods possible,
Yes.
and then having access to that, then we can grow those. We can actually grow those ourselves, so we can always have access to it. So
You
I
can
think
get this at the Latin American store in St. Catharines.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm sure other Latin stores will have it.
I'll just throw this the corn in there.
let's do it.
Mhm.
I'm just throwing some extra corn in there because there's a little bit left. And now we got all our beans and our corn and everything. So now we're gonna want to get our soup ready. So I'm using a smaller pot. So the recipe calls for 5 cups of water if you're using a bigger pot. But if you're using a smaller pot like I am and you're doing half the size, you want to use 2.5 cups of water. So we're gonna get 2. Yeah. And I'm just gonna, I always put a little bit extra in there too. Let's go a little bit extra. And then you want to put this on the stove and then put the heat onto high and boil it. And then salt. We have, so you want to put 1 teaspoon of salt. Boom. Okay, so in your water, you can put a teaspoon of salt.
Would you like to start preparing the bannock in the background too?
Yes.
Heating up the oil.
And put
Yes.
that up to just.
Kent is
yeah,
ahead of us.
Perfect.
Kent is
Putting
not
a
ahead of you.
teaspoon of
Kent is
salt
eating
in the
frozen
boiling water.
bannock.
Mm.
Now, while your water is boiling, you can go and clean up everything while you're waiting for it to boil. And you want to bring it to a full boil. Just wait till they get fully hot. Okay, I'm done with this.
It was just like really intense last time, so I was like, oh. Patience is that virtue.
It is.
Yeah.
At this point, when the water is boiling, I'm just going to clean up and put everything away now. Also, while you're waiting for your water to boil and you're cleaning up and stuff, you can work on making your bannock. That's what we're doing here. So I already prepped a whole bunch of bannock.
Oh, it's professional. He is very professional.
Mandam knows.
Mandem's
is
sensitive.
No.
The water is ready.
Okay. Whenever your water is ready, you can begin to put your bowl of ingredients into the water.
Does Chase make fresh bannock every day?
Yes.
That's a truth. I do. Like lately, like for a whole week, I've been making it every day.
It's just been a beautiful experience for everyone.
It
So
has, in
delicious.
fact, been a beautiful experience for everybody to have bannock daily. We just eat so much bannock. In fact, we don't need regular bread anymore.
Yeah, I don't really eat regular bread. I mainly eat bannock all the time.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking to buy some cornmeal because naturally we would make like a bannock out of corn flour.
Oh, he's excited.
Incredibly.
Yes. Please, everybody share photos of your delicious meals.
Yeah,
Yes.
please share.
Yes.
I don't know if you all saw that. Pam says if you all want to take a picture of what you've cooked today and put it on our Facebook page, we would love to see your delicious cooking.
We will.
Not really. So once you
I must get behind
I
this
need a
light.
lid. Okay. Oh, you pressed the button.
I did on purpose.
Okay, you want that color. Okay.
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 Actually, this will probably be better. Yeah, right there is very bright. So
Right.
you want to get on that. Right now, you can actually just put like 2 pinches of black pepper, which is roughly like a 1/4 of a teaspoon.
Not 5 teaspoons like Chase added last night when he pre-made this meal.
I made some yesterday and accidentally poured a whole bunch of pepper in it.
Yes.
But then he skimmed it off the top. He goes, "Here you go." I'm like, "Oh,
And
black
Arwen ate
pepper."
it.
It was very cleansing. Very, very cleansing.
Many cleanse.
Many, so
Many.
much cleansing.
Feel free if right now if you want to add just a little bit extra salt.
Extra
Some flavor.
salt. Does Chase love salt?
Yeah, salt and pepper is really good. I like
It's
it.
his favorite in the world, actually. If the man could only choose 2 spices, it'd be salt and pepper.
Yeah, it's true. Okay. So now we put all the ingredients and vegetables into the boiling water. And we're gonna put a lid on it, and then we're gonna turn it from high down to like in between high and medium.
Yes.
So
Depending on how hot your stove is, maybe medium.
And what I like to do right here anyway, I put a timer on for like 10 minutes.
Yes. We like to time these things.
Just put timer on for 10 minutes and we'll let it simmer for 10 minutes. And while it's simmering for 10 minutes, right now is the perfect time to like clean up and put anything away that you didn't finish doing yet and making your bannock.
Yes.
Is
It's
that
about
right?
to here now. It's almost here now. Not
Almost,
fully.
almost. Oh yeah, and this one has to be more like, medium. That all burners on here are like different.
Okay.
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Making yummy things so traditional. Ow.
Yeah. Also, at some point, we're going to be melting a little bit of butter. Actually, in 10 minutes, in like 8 minutes, you're going to be melting a little bit of butter. So prepare to melt your butter as well. If you have butter or vegan butter, whatever you use. I'm using this base cell vegan butter,
It's plant-based butter,
plant-based. Basically just has no dairy in it.
gluten-free.
That's another
Gluten-free,
fact about
plant-based.
Aboriginals is we didn't really eat dairy. Dairy was something that was like brought over here. We'd actually be eating meat like bison and deer and moose and squirrels
Yes.
and like whatever animals around you.
Fish,
Fish too, yes.
depending where you lived. But dairy is not natural for native beings,
That's why we're all naturally lactose intolerant. It's just not indigenous to us.
in fact.
So I just don't eat dairy at all. And I also don't eat meat, but that's fine because I have plants. Yeah, I think that's almost ready. Salt, roll. Yeah. Now we're just waiting for our oil to heat up so we can put our bannock bread in the oil. While I'm doing that, I'm going to prepare a plate to put the bannock on after. Like I showed last week, I kind of just put the fried bannock onto a plate with some paper towel to soak up the oil. That seems like she's
Oh,
just
everyone
about
is
ready.
so excited.
Oh, it's rubbing.
This is so good.
Oh yeah, give her about 30 seconds and she's good to go. Yeah. And then you can give your pot a stir every now and then.
That's some good tradition. Oh, that is some good tradition. Your
So
own
nice.
tradition. So nice.
Smells really
Naturey.
very naturey, yeah.
Yeah, nature. Nourishing.
Nourish.
So many nourishing realms.
Many.
So this is our prepared bannock, and we're gonna actually put this on into the oil right now,
Just like last week.
just like last week.
But it's just returned.
It has
It
returned.
has.
Oh, we're beautiful. Like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
many realms.
Yeah.
Okay, so in a few moments, we're gonna prepare to melt our butter. So it's gonna be the two tablespoons of butter and flour you mix together for the serving of 6. You wanna cut that in half if you're doing a serving of 3. So you're gonna melt butter and then put it into a little cup, and you're gonna put 2 teaspoons of flour with the 2 teaspoons of butter, or tablespoons, sorry. And what that's going to do is going to thicken the water up into more of a stew.
Yes.
Yeah, show them that going, the bannock thing.
Can you use a deep fryer for bannock?
Yes. Yeah, you can use a deep fryer. And you can use less oil as well.
Oh, little being is here.
Yes.
Roxanne's daughter. Hi, you look so beautiful today. Hi.
Sweetie.
Aw, little being.
So to prepare the flour and the melted butter, I'm going to start off with just getting the flour into the cup. So just put like 2 generous scoops if you're doing serving of 6. Doing half the recipe serving of 3, you just want to do 1 scoop, 1 tablespoon. And then you can microwave your butter, or you can put it, in my case, I'm putting it on a little pan right here.
Oh, it's on the pan.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be just taking like a scoop of this, like about that much, and then melting it onto a little iron pan.
Because we in fact do not have a microwave in this kitchen.
Yeah, we don't have a microwave.
There is no need.
There is no need.
Oh,
Basically, just want to let that melt, put in the microwave, and you're gonna be mixing the melted butter with your flour into a little container. And then we're going to be pouring that into the soup in 3 minutes. If you're 10 minutes into your cooking of the boiling of the water. Also, if you lost a lot of water in your pot, feel free to add a little bit of water at this point. I'm going to just add just a little bit of water because there you go. Condensation. Now while that's happening, our bannock is still cooking. And our kitchen's nice and clean, everything's organized. Thank you.
Important. Remaining organized.
Yeah, remaining organized and clean is very key when it comes to cooking.
Health is wealth.
Health is wealth. Okay.
I love our singer. Health is wealth.
bro.
So we have about like 2 minutes until the 10-minute mark of cooking the soup. We melted some butter. I'm gonna pour the butter in with the flour. Like that. And then you just want to whisk that together.
Yeah.
Like so.
All right.
Show them the timer. Show them, see how it's about almost 10 minutes.
Nearly been 10 minutes.
Yeah. Right now is the perfect time to put the flour and butter mixture into the soup. You want to scoop it, pour it in, and just mix it around. You want to get it in, right in there, and let it all thicken up.
It's bannock time.
Yeah.
The bannock's strong.
How well cooked is everything?
Okay, so your 10 minutes is done now.
Is everything cooked like until it's very soft or?
Right now, we're not done yet. So.
Okay, well, it was a question from a being.
I'm coming to that right now.
Okay.
Actually, yes. So, right now, so the 10-minute mark came. Now you want to turn your pot up from like the medium 6 to a little bit higher after you put that in, and then you want to wait 5 more minutes, and then it will be done when all the vegetables are really soft. So if you poke like your potato with a fork, you know it's done. And the flour should have thickened it up so it's it's a little bit thicker than just water and vegetables. And if you're making bannock, your bannock should be like a nice dark golden brown. So I put a timer on 5 minutes. And you wanted the temperature a little bit higher. So yeah, in between there. Okay.
Can the soup be pureed?
Yeah, you can actually do whatever you desire. Nothing has to be exact as what I'm doing. You can go with whatever your own preference is.
Oh, that's nice. Yep.
Oh, I love puppies.
Puppy?
Puppy.
Oh, there's a puppy.
Oz guy.
Who's the little guy?
Little one.
Oh. Big animal lovers here. It's silly.
Definitely.
Can you hold this?
Yes, sir. I'm the best assistant ever.
You are, in
No,
fact.
Okay, first round of bannock is done.
Yay.
This one's a nice extra crunchy one.
Oh, nice. That one's
Oh,
mine.
extra. No.
No, it is.
She said, oh no, that's for me.
You know how I like my bannock? Fried and crunchy.
Many.
I made those ones just for you.
Oh, I love you.
I'm just cooking some more bannock because bannock is pretty good.
Just cooking more bannock. So much bannock is necessary.
Yeah, because as you're getting all your nutrition and everything from the vegetables in the soup, bannock is like a really good filler for your carbs.
Mm.
And that's why we made bannock and berries, because berries has the nutrition that your body needs, and then this has the carbs that your body needs, and it adds a lot of filler for you to feel nice and full, like a hearty meal with your meal.
Mm-hmm.
And now our soup is almost done.
Our soup is successful.
It's looking beautiful. At this point, okay.
Serving.
We actually serve our soups in cups because it's like easier to hold than a bowl.
Lauren says that her soup hasn't thickened as much as she is liking.
If you want
Is
your
it
soup a
on
little
high
bit
enough?
thicker, you can just add some more butter and some flour together, or you can just add flour and some warm water and then add that in until your your desire of how thick you want it is.
Yes.
So just add more flour and water.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm. Everybody is much excited for this food.
Yeah, I'm really excited myself.
The most.
And we have 2 more bannock clips after this. Yeah, so if you have reached the 15-minute mark, roughly in 30 seconds, now you can turn it from up high down to low.
Low.
Let it simmer.
Okay.
Okay. Where's the other fork? Here, perfect.
Right there.
Got it. Flipping the bannock.
Frying it. Oh.
That is a
Has spoken.
notification.
Okay. So now the soup is simmering. Now you can just leave it for about 1 or 2 minutes, and the soup is done and ready to serve.
Ready.
And if you want to double check it,
Oh, Kent's already excited.
you can
He's
just
so
grab
excited.
a fork.
He's eating it already.
Oh, Kent is like, no, that's for me.
That's for me.
He's ready.
I mean, now.
Whoever wants to double check that the soup's ready, check your potatoes and just poke your potato. If your potato pokes through nice and gently, and it's all smooth and it's ready to go.
And we're ready.
Yeah.
So it's actually like fully ready to serve right now. So spray it on these bannocks.
Nancy, did you taste your soup?
I'm going to have to go. I just got a phone call that I was waiting for, but it's wonderful. I'll send a picture.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
Bye, Nancy.
Okay, bye.
Bye. We need to get a ladle.
We do need a ladle.
Ladles.
Ladling.
Ladle.
Ladle.
Well, the bannock of rums.
Bannock is done.
Bannock
Yes.
is running.
And then there's the soup. Fork. Yeah.
Fork, yeah.
I need a plate for me.
The assistant is on their way of realms.
So much bannock.
So now our
So
second
much
round,
meat.
we did a lighter batch of vinegar. You can make it all different types. You can make it darker, lighter, whatever you prefer.
He tries a different way every day.
Yes.
I also do different shapes and sizes too. Like just experiment with it.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie cutting bannock.
Look at
Yes.
how beautiful this is. Yay.
That's actually fun. Where is that? I want to make one of those. I don't know where it went.
The cookie cutter?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm unaware.
that doesn't
hang
matter.
on. Okay, it doesn't matter.
We're just gonna do.
Okay.
Win, your soup looks great.
Oh, no.
Oh. I must look.
Oh, oh little being.
That hurt.
It looks great. I don't usually thicken the soup, but it was.
One of those real.
Wynn is very excited about her soup.
I am very excited.
Yes, we are very excited that you're much excited. Yes, Pam. That looks fabulous.
Pain is grounding.
Yes. Yes, Christina.
I'll actually pull out burnt.
Oh, Caroline's got the soup. Oh, you guys, your soup looks so delicious.
And in this time, you know, where the bannock is still just
Oh,
kind of.
Kent,
Oh.
yes. Sorry.
Oh, no, are we showing realms now?
Oh, they were
No,
all
I want to
showing
see. I want
their-
to see. I want to see more. I want to see.
Oh, it's gone now.
It's gone now.
I got to
Oh.
witness it because
I'm sadness.
Oh, there, Pam.
Oh, that looks really okay.
That looks
No,
beautiful.
Pam, that's good.
Soup of delicious.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. I am so glad that.
Oh, Caroline. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Christina.
Oh, get it. Wow.
Here, flip
Wow.
the thing too, you guys.
Oh, can we? Yeah, let's do it. We're all
Oh.
looking now.
We're all looking.
So Christina's soup is extra special because that's three sisters eating three sister soup.
Yes,
beautiful.
we need this.
That's
Bye.
wonderful.
Sacred. Yo, you guys are all fantastic, and I'm so happy that like you guys are enjoying this process as much as we are. For sure.
Because we love food. And
Very
we hope you
much.
do too. Especially nutritional food.
Yes. High vibe food, high vibe you.
High vibe food, high vibe you. These are our mottos. Health is wealth, high vibe food, high vibe you.
Health is wealth. Vitality is key.
Be eternal.
Yeah. That's that.
That is all. Yes, it is so good for a chilly day, guys.
That's
the
correct.
perfect day for
How's
it.
our-
So fulfilling.
Yes.
Well, thank you so
Oh,
much,
yeah.
Chase. And your crew over there, your cousin Arwen and your film crew there behind you, who we've hardly seen tonight, Courtney. There she is. Hey, Courtney. Thank you
Hello.
so much for our second night of our 4 series, cooking, Indigenous vegan cooking. Thank you, Roxanne, and your crew over there for opening our night.
Yes.
Yes.